Kia ora everyone, it's Vic here from Cheeky Kea Charitable Trust to talk to you about a very important subject for any potential freelancer, and that is how do you get paid? Now, I'm fairly certain most of the people watching this video are not based in America, but as we know, many of our employers are. So it can be pretty confusing and overwhelming trying to figure out how on earth you get paid when your employer is in another country. Thankfully, the internet has provided us with many useful tools. I'm going to cover three of them just very, very briefly and let you know the difference between the three that I use. Now, these are the ones that I do use personally, so I personally vouch for them. And I've been using each of them for years and have had no trouble. Um, the three main ones that I use are PayPal, which is www.paypal.com, Payoneer, which is www.payoneer.com, and Transferwise.com. Now, each of these fills a different niche in the different the potential categories that I might need services from them. PayPal is the most common one. You can hardly go anywhere on the internet these days without seeing the PayPal logo somewhere. It's a very familiar logo. PayPal is sort of its own. It's its own entity. It's its own bank account. You can transfer money between PayPal accounts with minimal fees. You can transfer the money from your PayPal account to your personal bank account. You can also use PayPal to protect your credit card numbers. So if you need to pay for something and they accept PayPal, that means that the person on the other end will never see your credit card. Only PayPal will, and they'll protect it for you, which is very handy. PayPal, for New Zealanders at least, PayPal, you can't actually transfer money into your PayPal account, but you can use it to make payments from your credit card, which is pretty handy. But it's most handy to get paid by other people because people with their own PayPal accounts can draw money out of their credit card and transfer it to you, or if they've got their own PayPal money, they can transfer it to you, and then it's your PayPal money. And then you can use it to either pay for stuff through PayPal, or you can transfer it to your bank account in New Zealand and just use it like any other. PayPal is the most common, but there are still some companies out there that don't want to use it. So for those kind of niches, you've also got Payoneer.com. Payoneer is a different entity to PayPal. Payoneer provides you with a USD bank account or a Euro bank account, and I think they do Japanese dollar bank accounts now as well. They provide you with an actual bank account with a linked debit MasterCard that you can swipe in any country around the world, or just about any country. Anywhere that MasterCard is accepted, you can use your MasterCard there. They are a little bit harder to use and a little bit harder to get than PayPal because you have to provide your own ID and stuff like that. You have to provide a copy of your driver's license or some kind of passport or whatever to prove that you are who you are, because it is a legitimate legal bank account. But it also provides you with a legitimate legal bank account that people can pay you into, which is quite handy because PayPal is just linked to your email address. Payoneer is an actual bank account. So, and it's a US-based bank account through Bank of America, I believe it is. Once you've been paid into Payoneer, you can either swipe your card at any store that accepts MasterCard, or you can transfer the money directly to your local bank account, and it's also available in just about any country in the world. There are like a couple of really obscure ones where you can't get Payoneer, but it's available in like 120 countries around the world. It's pretty fantastic for all of us. The fees are $25 a year. I actually have a referral link that you can use to get, I think it's $25 free when I think the referral works that if you get paid $1,000, the first time you get paid $1,000, they give you $25 for free, and they give me $25 for free. So if you want to use that referral link, it'll be in the comments below this video or on the website, depending on where you're watching this. And that's pretty much it for Payoneer. They're pretty scary to start with, but they're actually really good. I keep my Payoneer card in my wallet and just use it when I need to. Grocery shopping even. Fees are very low. It's $25 a year, and I don't think there's any transaction fees that I can think of. Which is, if I remember rightly, the fees are actually lower than my New Zealand bank account, which was a bit weird, but not complaining, you know. Okay, now the last option is sort of the last resort. If you're working with a client or you're trying to pay a client who does not have PayPal, does not have Payoneer, and refuses to get either of those services, you do have access to Transferwise, which is kind of like Western Union, except with much lower fees, and it goes bank account to bank account. So they act as an intermediary between bank accounts in different countries. In this case, I only used it once, and that was to pay an artist in Poland who didn't have PayPal, didn't have Payoneer. And I owed him like $900 or something for his covers that he did for me. So I managed to use the service to send him the money through my New Zealand bank account to his directly to his Polish bank account. Now you do need quite a bit of information to do this, so this is the last resort, and it's kind of expensive, but compared to other options, it's not that bad. Like as you can see from this example here, if I were to send $1,000 to Great Britain, it would cost me $25 in fees, which is actually significantly lower than doing it just through your bank or going through Western Union. So it is a good option to have. I recommend having it bookmarked just in case, because you never know when things are going to happen. And the last thing you want to do is be in a situation where you're like, oh gosh, I need this money transferred and I don't know how. I have used these guys. I vouch for them. They are the real deal and they're pretty awesome. Okay, that is pretty much it from me. I'm just giving you the overview of those 3 services in this video. If you click on the links below this video or on the website, it will take you to the various tutorial videos to get you started on how to use the services. As far as I'm aware, all of them provide YouTube videos, so I'm just going to link you to their YouTube channels so you can have a watch and see learn what you want to learn. They're pretty easy to use once you've knuckled down and read the information or watch the videos. So I don't think you'll have too much trouble. I figured them all out on my own. My mum managed to figure them all out on her own. The one thing I want to make you guys aware of is the invoice option on PayPal is really, really, really handy. I'm just going to log in. Please ignore the fact there is no money in here. Right, now I've spent it all. If you go to Tools and you go to Invoicing, it allows you to send invoices to people that you want to get money from. And so say you've done a job for someone. Say I have done a job for myself and at fieldred.com. I'm going to send it to this account, info at fieldred.com. I'm going to charge her $100 USD. So make sure you change the currency because it will default to whatever your country currency is. This one is set up as this one didn't default to New Zealand. Usually it defaults to New Zealand dollars for us or whichever country you're in, which can be kind of a pain. Okay, so say I'm going to charge myself $100. Oops, no, not $1,000. You can CC it into other email addresses if they've got secondary email addresses. So I could CC that into info at cheekykea.com. Yeah, I have a ton of different email addresses. It's crazy. It's trying to juggle them all. They all go to the same inbox. It's kind of a pain, but this is what I've done with my life. And you can put a description for services rendered. Put in the increments. So you can either do it as 1 unit of the total amount, or you can do it as an hourly rate. So what I tend to do for my hourly stuff is say I'm doing 4 hours at $25 USD. It works out the same in the end, but it shows people a better breakdown. So I also tend to type in here 4 hours of services at standard rate of $25 per hour. And then you just scroll down. You've got the option to allow them to add a tip, which is always, it's a good idea to turn it on even if they don't use it, because sometimes they do, and it's like free money, sweet. We're not used to this in New Zealand, but Americans do tend to tip. Not so much on freelance work, but I've started getting it more and more, and it's really nice because it's a pretty sweet bonus. The other thing you can do is allow partial payment, and this is a big one. You can set in the minimum payment option. So say, I'm okay if she pays me half now and half later, but no less than that. So put that in there. Minimum she can pay is $50. It means that the invoice will sit in her inbox waiting to be paid until she pays it in full. So that is really handy if you're doing like big amounts and you've agreed to let them pay it off over 6 months or whatever. It can be very handy to use. Also, it'll keep track of who owes you what until it's paid off, which is really, really handy. It saves you having to keep a spreadsheet. And we're going to sign off there, I think. I just had to add that last bit on there because my mum insisted. I just taught her how to use it, how to use the invoicing service, and she's like, oh my gosh, this has changed my life. You need to put this in your video. So I'm putting it in my video. And that is us. So scroll down, click the links, and if you have any questions, just email us at info@cheekykea.com.